So 2 years ago, we graduated from A&M, and we had this really crazy idea that we would design our way across the country.
Basically, we each had 50 bucks and we left, and we were going to sleep in the car and pick up jobs for food and gas money.
I'm Gavin Brayman.
And I'm Martin Hooper.
And together, we are the Drifting Creatives.
So one of the coolest things about our trip was that we were constantly seeing new things. We were constantly being inspired by new people, new cities, new cultures, and just being able to photograph that kind of stuff and see it and be a part of it, and then bring that back to our design work was one of the coolest things. When I got to college, I went to Germany and I stayed for a semester there and was just really inspired by the culture and the design and the fashion that was there. And so I took more specific classes. I got involved with AIGA, went to conferences and speakers. And then I got a job working with a local marketing firm and learned more about a small business and developing relationships with clients and things like that.
I came to college for environmental design because my dad has an architecture degree, and I thought the mixing of design and architecture was a cool thing. Once I started taking classes, I started leaning heavier on the design side, and I picked up a job at a newspaper, and then later on in college I was lucky enough to work for a web design firm and a branding firm in Bryan.
My creative process is it's very organic at first, with drawing and just taking notes and ideas that just come to me and just writing it down and sort of getting that all into one area, you know, like one giant piece of paper, and then just having that to look at. And so say I'm working on a logo, then I can look at all these different ideas and concepts and little sketches and then develop something off of that.
I think in the last 2 years we've really kind of found our niche for clients. It's a good way to put it. We've really developed a sense of who we work best with and who we like to work with, and that's been a lot of fun. We still love our clients that helped us start our company, and we're still friends with them and in touch with them, but it's been exciting to see us land more projects that we feel mesh better with our styles and are a better fit personality-wise with us.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing, is when you're getting to work on something that you're really passionate about. You know, whether it's a restaurant or a bar, or like a climbing gym, or something snowboarding related, or something like that.
The biggest benefit we can bring to the table over a large firm is we get really invested in our clients' projects.
I think the most important thing about a company is when you can put a face to the company, when you know that you're working with a human. And I think the coolest thing about what we're trying to do is that when you're working with us, you're working with Gavin and Martin.
I think no matter how big our company grows, I still want to be a designer. I never want to transition away from that role, and if it comes to a point where we're big enough that we need, you know, a general manager basically to operate the company, I would rather hire that away and be able to keep designing in the future.